CBS News political director John Dickerson is with us. John, good morning. So there is a lunch at the White House. Beyond the courtesy of it all, is it possible that something might come out of this, like Governor Romney helping the president in some way?
Something could come out of it. White House officials I've talked to say there's no agenda. They don't want to prejudge what even Governor Romney might be interested in. But saying that they're interested in talking to him about what he might be interested in. And the president in his press conference said there were some good ideas that Governor Romney had. So you could get a little something out of this. But at the moment, I think we put this in the category of a formality. And we'll see how nice that picture is and if they get through their lunch.
That's right, John. Well, look, the fiscal cliff is the other difficult situation facing Washington. And we just heard Senator Lindsey Graham, a Republican, say, yeah, well, look, we've given a little bit. Now we're waiting for the White House to give a little bit on entitlements. This is the game that's being played. What do we expect next?
Well, we're going to keep going back and forth, and this is the key thing to keep the eye on, is this question of tax rates going up. Republicans, including Lindsey Graham, have talked about revenue, but Lindsey Graham has said, I don't want to ever see tax rates go up, and so that's the key thing to watch. As Major reported, the president is saying tax rates must go up. And so the only way you're going to buy off Republicans to get tax rates to go up would be to show some flexibility on somewhere where Democrats would feel some pain, and that would be in the entitlement area. But the president doesn't want to touch Social Security. And really what this is trying to do something on entitlements that allows Republicans to save face in an ultimate deal so they can say, look, this is what we got. We didn't just totally get rolled by the president.
But, John, we just showed the front page of the Wall Street Journal this morning that suggests that Obama might be flexible on raising those top rates, that maybe not going back all the way to Clinton-era rates like 39%, but maybe 37 or 38%, that could be a sign of compromise.
Well, he's always said, the president has said, rates must go up. How much they go up, whether it's a combination of closing loopholes and getting rid of deductions, plus raising the rates a little, he'll take any mix. He's very skeptical that you can do much, that most of the work has to be done by raising the rates, but he'll take any mix. So this is essentially where he's always been on the question of how you get that revenue into this deal.
John, maybe they need a new definition of entitlements and tax rates and spending.
Right. Well, that's one of the things. When you can't get the numbers to add up, you definitely go to the dictionary to make up some new words.
Let me turn to Susan Rice. This is what the president said yesterday.
Susan Rice is extraordinary. Couldn't be prouder of the job that she's done at USUI.
So what does that mean? The president is going to insist that his nomination go forward if he is her choice, or he simply wants to be make sure that nobody's beating up on his UN ambassador?
Well, this is the problem. Again, we should probably go back to the dictionary. She's not a nominee. She's a nominee kind of in waiting. And this is the problem. The president can't defend her as a nominee for a job he hasn't nominated her for. But the problem is this is kind of a loose shirt tail out there. She's going around the hill talking to senators. The meetings aren't going well, in part because senators are, if nothing else, reserving their leverage for if she actually does become the nominee. They then will have a process. They'll have hearings. They'll then have to make a judgment on that. They don't want to prejudge that process, but that process hasn't begun. So the president has to say these limited things. But when he says only a limited thing about her success at the UN, he's not defending her on the question that's before him. So the White House is in a tricky spot here. And of course, then hanging over all of this is Republicans' anger that they're still not getting the questions answered on Benghazi, and they feel like the answers they're getting are as political as the original ones they heard, and that's what's upset them in the first place.
John Dickerson, thank you.